Are you looking for Christmas drink ideas that are festive, non-alcoholic, and taste incredible? Today, I'm sharing with you 5 Christmas mocktails that are easy to make, even if you're hosting guests at the last minute. These recipes are delicious, they look beautiful, and I'm gonna show you exactly how to make them. And be sure to stick with me to the end because I have some Hostess level tricks for you in how to elevate your drinks that are low effort but really make your drink feel and look extra special. So there's 5 tips, stick to the end, and I'm going to share those with you. Hi friends, it's Mara. I am so excited to do this video. I've had this idea for a long time. I'm so excited that I ran out of breath saying that sentence. I really have had this idea for a long time, and I feel like Christmas is the perfect time to try something new. And while I've done cocktail videos in the past, in fact, that was the first thing I ever did on YouTube was to do cocktail videos. I'll put some of them in the links for you if you want to check them out, but go easy on me, okay? They were like my first videos. This time of year, people are looking for maybe some other options, and mocktails are really making a comeback. I have 5 drinks lined up that I think you're going to love. And we're going to start with the first one that is a little unconventional. It is a maple bourbon Pear Hot Toddy. Now, I know I just said mocktail, and I know I just said non-alcoholic drink. So where's the bourbon coming from? Let me show you. When it comes to hot toddies, most people think apple, warm apple cider. And pear often goes unrecognized because apple gets all the recognition. So in this toddy, we are going to let the pear shine through. Now, if you've never had pear nectar, you're in for a treat. I'm telling you, it is delicious. It's sweet, but it's sweet in a less sweet way than apple, if that makes sense. Still delicious. To make the toddy, you're going to get a saucepan and you're going to put your pear nectar in that saucepan. And to the saucepan, I'm going to add 3 sticks of cinnamon, 2 stars of this star anise, which is a little bit of a licorice flavor. And we're going to turn that on. We're going to let that simmer for about 20 minutes. And while that is simmering, I'm going to show you how we're going to make the garnish. Now that our pear mixture is simmering away over there, we're going to get the drink ready. I'm just going to brush a little bit of maple syrup around the rim of the glass. And then I'm just going to dip this into a mixture of cinnamon and sugar. There we go. Now for the garnish, I'm just going to take some pear and I'm just going to slice it lengthwise into about 1/4 inch strips. Now if you want to prepare this ahead of time, you can go ahead and slice your pears and then give them a quick brush with some lemon juice just to keep them from going brown. Okay, here is the secret ingredient that's going to give us that maple bourbon pecan flavor, and that is this skinny coffee syrup. Who knew you could use it for way more than coffee? And I've used it in this Pear Hot Toddy, and it really adds this like nutty, complexity, sweet flavor to the pear nectar. So we're going to use this in our drink. So you can find this coffee syrup over on Amazon. I will put a link to it in the description for you if you want to try it. It's good in your coffee, but it's also really good in this Pear Hot Toddy. I'm going to add a tablespoon of this maple bourbon pecan syrup. And there you have your cinnamon hot toddy. This next one is a fan favorite. It's newly discovered. Just a few weeks ago, I had some girlfriends over for dinner, and some of them choose not to drink alcohol, so I wanted to have a drink that was festive and fun, but the recipe was simple enough that if people wanted to add something to it, like a little bit of booze, then they could. But if people wanted to enjoy it just the way it would also be delicious. So this is a Blackberry Mule, and I'm going to show you how to make it. But before I get to making the cocktail, I want to show you the garnishes because they are so beautiful. This is going to make your fruit look all sparkly and sugary and beautiful without using egg white. Now, I have seen recipes where you use egg white to create that sugared fruit finish. Ew. Ew, who wants to eat egg white? This is far easier and probably more delicious. And you can recreate this throughout the holidays, whether you want to put it on cakes or you want to put it in cocktails, or you want to just put them on the table just like this. To start, you're going to create a simple syrup on the stove, and it's just equal parts sugar and water. And once that's dissolved and once that's cool, you're going to drop your fruit into that simple syrup mixture, and you're just going to give that a stir. Okay, so I'm just going to use a slotted spoon. I'm going to get that fruit out, and I'm going to put it into this container that just has plain sugar in it. Now I'm just going to cover that up and give it a shake. And I mean, you want to give it a good shake, but not so much that your blackberries become mush. Look how beautiful these are. They're all shimmery and glistening, perfect for our blackberry mocktail. When most people think Mule, they think the traditional Moscow Mule, which is basically, it usually comes in this copper cup. It's made using vodka and lime juice and a little bit of ginger beer. Now, ginger beer is not alcoholic. Ginger beer is just basically a carbonated soda, but it really has more of a spicy, gingery kick to it than your typical ginger ale. It's delicious, by the way. So to start off our cocktail, we're going to muddle some mixed berries, and this came from a frozen fruit mix. I just bought it at the grocery store and let it defrost a little bit. So I've got about 2 tablespoons of that fruit mix, and I'm going to muddle that in the glass. Now, if you don't have a muddler, don't worry, a wooden spoon works just fine. We're going to add a squeeze of some lime, and now we're ready to add some of that ginger beer. You can find ginger beer at your local grocery store. It's usually wherever the sodas and pop are. If you can't find it there, I have found it sometimes in the international foods aisle. Look at this color we're getting. Yes, can you see that? It's so pretty. Now to finish our blackberry mule, I've got my skewer here. I'm just gonna add a blackberry and a slice of lime. And the finishing touch is a piece of thyme. There we have our beautiful blackberry mule mocktail. That spice from the ginger and the sweetness from the blackberry, that's yummy. I forgot to put ice in this. So really when you're making this cocktail, don't forget to put the ice in. So once you've muddled the berries and you put the lime juice in, put ice in first, then you put your ginger beer, and then you can garnish it. I think I was just in a hurry to make it pretty. This next one is just pure nostalgia and pure fun. I call it Santa's Float. If you are hosting kids this season, they're going to go crazy over this. Actually, adults will too. This is super delicious. And it's something you could even serve for dessert during the holidays. You might even think about mixing up a batch while you're watching a Christmas movie. For this, you're going to need some mint ice cream, peppermint or mint chocolate chip. I went with mint chocolate chip here. You're going to need a little bit of 7-Up, some whipped cream, and some sprinkles. I'm going to show you how easy this is to put together. Let's get this open. You're going to start by just scooping some ice cream into a glass. I'm going to top with the 7-Up. Mint and 7-Up works really good together. I don't know, maybe 7-Up has a little bit of mint in it. I don't know. It just works really well together. And then we're going to top with some whipped cream. I crushed up some candy cane to put on top. There you have a really festive Santa float. That is really good. Yeah, mint and 7-Up. Who knew? It does look Grinchy in this glass. Okay, it doesn't have to be a Santa float. It could be a Grinch float. Now this one I think is one of the prettiest Christmas mocktails that you're gonna make. It takes a little bit of planning ahead of time, but I promise it's gonna be so worth it because these things that you're doing are actually super simple. So the first thing that you're gonna do is create these beautiful festive ice cubes. And the way I did that was to put cranberry and rosemary pieces in each ice cube section. And then I half filled it with water and stuck it in the freezer. Once that was frozen, I topped it up with more water to freeze, and then that way the cranberry and rosemary became really encased in the ice. So these are going to be the ice cubes for our Christmas drink. I want to rim the drinks with something so that it looks a little bit festive, maybe a little bit snowy. That's all you're going to do. Just take a little bit of honey and a pastry brush, and you're going to brush it around the outside of your cup. You could also use maple syrup if you wanted, and we're going to roll that in the sugar to create. There, we have our festive glass ready to go. Now, if I was hosting a party and I wanted this to be my signature Christmas drink, what I would probably do is get a couple of these glasses ready ahead of time. And that way, the only thing left is to mix the cocktail and put it in. So you can do this well ahead of time. We're going to add our Festive ice cubes. Now we're going to add some cranberry. I got cranberry pomegranate juice. You can add just cranberry juice. You can add just pomegranate juice. You can even add, if you haven't tried this San Pellegrino, it's pomegranate and blood orange. It's fizzy and it is delicious. You can add this in there. Basically what I'm saying is you want something red. You want some kind of red juice. So we're going to add that. We're going to add some orange juice to this. And then we're going to top with some ginger ale. And the finishing touch is a sprig of rosemary. If that doesn't say holiday, I don't know what does. Cheers. You can't go wrong. Now, this is one of those mocktails that you can easily make into a punch. So if you're having a party with a large number of people, you just have to use about half your container, whatever you're mixing it in, with your cranberry pomegranate juice. A quarter is going to be your orange juice, and then you're going to top it with the ginger ale, put your beautiful ice cubes in there, and you have a punch that your crowd is just going to love. This next Christmas drink I was seeing everywhere on the internet, on Pinterest, on TikTok, and it was called a White Christmas and Half Baked Harvest. It was from their recipe. And when I saw it, I felt like maybe I could make this into a mocktail. And today's that day. We're going to give it a whirl right here. I haven't tried this before. I'm trying it with you and me. So let's hope that it works. So to start with, it's basically a mojito and it's made with coconut milk. So I'm going to substitute out some extract for the actual alcohol in it so that we still get the flavor, but without the added alcohol. So to start making a mojito, like most traditional mojitos, it starts with a muddle of some sugar, and I've got about 8 mint leaves. And we're going to use the juice of 1 lime. Okay, so we're going to muddle that together just using the back of a wooden spoon. And you're going to do that until the leaves get bruised. You can smell all that minty flavor. Okay, I wish you guys could smell this. It smells so good. It's all minty and fresh. Now we're going to add to that 1/8 of a teaspoon of rum extract and 1/8 of a teaspoon of coconut extract. So that's replacing the coconut rum and the rum flavoring in the mojito recipe. Just going to give that a quick little stir. And now we're going to add some ice cubes. We're going to add 1/3 cup of coconut milk. Ooh, to make it look all snowy. And we're going to top with some sparkling water. I'm excited to try this. And then we're going to top it with some pomegranate arils, these little red things from the pomegranate. Add some red and green and some mint leaves. Looks so pretty, right? Doesn't it look good? It looks good. And there's our White Christmas mocktail mojito. Cheers. Let's see if it tastes good. I like it. It's actually lighter than it seems. I think it's that sparkling water. I thought it was going to be heavier with all that coconut milk, but it's actually pretty light. It's kind of light, a little bit fizzy. I think I would also add a little bit more coconut rum and a little bit more rum extract just to like punch up the flavor. But I wanted to start small and then you can always add more to that. So I'm going to amend the recipe and I will probably say 1/4 of a teaspoon of rum extract, 1/4 to 1/2 a teaspoon, and probably 1/2 teaspoon of coconut extract to this. And it's delicious. I like it. I promised you this earlier, and now it's time for me to share with you the 5 really simple tips to level up your mocktail. Tip number 1 is to add a festive garnish. So mint, rosemary is perfect this time of year. Add some fruits on a skewer. I showed you how to sugar your fruits. So these little touches make the drink feel intentional, like you really thought about it ahead of time. And it's a small little thing, but it goes a really long way. Tip number 2 is to upgrade your ice. So this is a really simple one to do. You can either do different shapes. So they've got some really beautiful star molds. They've got ones in the shape of a bow. You don't have to just stick to cubes this time of year. And the other thing you can do is add things to your ice. So I showed you how to do the cranberry rosemary. You could think about maybe adding different fruits and citrus, slices of citrus in there, or even flowers. Just make sure that they're edible flowers that you add. Tip number 3 when you're creating a mocktail is to really think about balancing the flavor. So you want to balance sweetness with tartness and also a touch of fizz. That's going to make your mocktail feel really balanced and delicious. Another tip here when you're mixing up a mocktail is to make sure that your ingredients are all icy cold. So that means that you've taken the time to chill them ahead of time so that when you're combining them, it tastes extra fresh. And the last tip that I have for you is the glassware. Glassware is a really easy way to make something look extra festive, even if it's just plain old orange juice. Like, think about it. If you're serving orange juice in just a regular juice glass versus serving it in a champagne flute, all of a sudden it looks way fancier and a little bit more special in that champagne flute, right? So the same thing applies to your mocktails. And I'm not just saying that because I have an addiction to glassware. If you know me, you know that I scour secondhand and thrift stores for glassware. But I feel like sometimes it really does make the drink. So you don't have to spend a lot of money on glassware. You can do like I do and take a look at thrift stores. Even the dollar stores sometimes have some really neat glasses. So it's time to ditch the red Solo cups and opt for some really cute glassware to serve your mocktails in this season. I'm going to add a bonus tip in here. I know I said 5, but I was thinking about it while I was talking here. And I was thinking, I think the other bonus tip is rimming the glass in something really cool. So you could rim it with the white sugar like I showed you just by using honey or maple syrup and then dipping it in the sugar. You could use cinnamon sugar. You could use chocolate and then let that chocolate harden on the glass. You could even use something a little bit spicy. You could use salt. There's just like so many ways. And I think this time of year, having that special rim on the glass is a really nice bonus touch. So there you have it. I hope you got some inspiration to try. And if you like what you saw here, please be sure to hit like and subscribe. That means so much to me. Now, in case you missed it, I did a video with 4 drink station ideas for holiday hosting. I'll put a link to that for you to watch here, here, here. It'll be somewhere up here so that you can take a look. And let me know, which one of these mocktails are you going to try first? Or maybe you have a favorite mocktail recipe and you want to share. Let me know. Put that in the comments for me down below. And remember, hosting is less about perfection and more about connection. So stop overthinking it. Invite people over. Make some Christmas drinks. You now have 5 new recipes to try. Make some Christmas drinks, open a bag of chips, and have a good time. Until next time, happy hosting. And I could hear Roxy drinking water. The minute we start. We're just gonna top with a little bit of, I don't have it here, ginger ale. And the finishing touch is over of the maple bergamot. But all right, that one was easy.